Hello, I'm Dr. Greco. Today we're going to talk about keeping your pet safe during the summer months. So we're in July. It's definitely hot. We just got over a heat wave. So keeping in mind, if we're hot, they're going to be hot too. So we want to make sure that we are keeping the pets indoors when it's really hot. We shouldn't be going for walks when it's probably over 80 degrees and very sunny during the day, because the temperature of the asphalt is going to be really hot and that could potentially burn our little paw pads. So I tend to, as a general rule of thumb, if it's over 75, 80 degrees, I'm taking my dogs for walks very early in the morning, as long as the temperatures aren't bad, trying to stick to the shadier areas and waiting until evening when it's cooled off a little bit to take them. Not a bad idea to put like a cooling collar on, or getting them, if you have a pool, let them jump in the pool before you go for a walk, just things like that to keep them calm and cool. So I definitely want to keep walks to a minimum when it's really hot too. It's just safer to be indoors and doing things indoors. Another big thing you want to keep in mind is if you're going in the car with your dog, it's not safe for them to be in the car if the air conditioner isn't on when it's over 70 degrees. There's definitely been instances, unfortunately, where people have left babies and pets in cars and they end up passing away from elevated body temperature, and that's not an easy way to go. So we definitely want to make sure we're not forgetting our animals are in the back seat. We want to make sure we take them inside with us when we go inside and don't leave them in the car, because that definitely could be a bad situation. Signs of hyperthermia or too high of a temperature in your dog could include a lot, very panting a lot, disorientation, don't want to eat, just generally they could be very lethargic. If you're concerned that your dog has hyperthermia, you should bring them to either here or an emergency facility right away. A dog's temperature should not be over 103 degrees. So if you take your dog's temperature and it's much over 103 degrees, we could be starting down that road. A really bad temperature, like I've seen one dog that came in and their temperature was 109 degrees, and sadly I don't think that pet made it. A good way to cool your dog off if you're concerned that we might be starting with hyperthermia is getting them wet and turning a fan on, and the fan on to the animal when it's actively wet, because that really helps to disperse the heat. So those are some tips, but in general, just avoiding the really hot temperatures and staying indoors where it's cool and making sure that there's air conditioning or fans or adequate ventilation is the best. And lastly, we just want to make sure that there are certain breeds that are very sensitive to the heat, which includes most of the smushed faced or brachycephalic dogs like French bulldogs, English bulldogs, pugs, mastiffs, some pit bull breeds with a really smushed face, so any of those dogs, they're going to have even more of a hard time in the hot weather. So definitely be mindful of those animals in the heat, especially. Hopefully this helps you, and if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out.